So hi guys, this is my first drive with me that I have ever filmed, and yeah, these are going to be a weekly video on my channel because I've been asked to do these quite a lot, and to be fair, I love watching these videos. I find them really good to watch. I'm just going to move you down slightly. Yeah, I really enjoy watching these videos, so I knew that I wanted to film these once I had passed my driving test, and as you can probably tell by this video, I have passed my driving test. I've been driving for about a month now, so I feel like I'm ready to do them, and I can drive safe enough without like crashing or whatever. And for me, I do actually get quite anxious about driving, which is something I wanted to talk about in this video actually, because I do get I get a lot of questions that are like, how are you like so confident driving by yourself and whatever, because people that I know, like, they all say to me, you are a confident driver, or like really nervous to drive by themselves, where it doesn't really bother me. But when I have a bad day with my anxiety, I do really struggle. So this might be a bit of a trigger warning, but I thought I'd talk about mental health in this one, just because I do get a lot of questions since I did my anxiety video about mental health, and I wanted to sort of address them in this video. And you do have to excuse the noise that my car makes. It is a very noisy car, so I will try and speak as loud as I can, like without shouting at you guys. But yeah, my car is really noisy. It's a petrol car, so I do find it's a lot noisier than like a diesel. But yeah, I love driving. I love having my freedom to do whatever I want, and obviously it really helps for my job, because I do beauty therapy but I do it mobile, so it really helps my job to be able to drive to go to clients and not have to rely on like buses or public transport. And to be honest, I think I was so confident driving because I had so much experience on the road when I was a learner driver, that to me it was no different once I passed my test. Like, I don't drive any differently at all. I mean, it is a bit weird because obviously when you're a learner, if you go out with your parents, then you obviously have to have someone with you in the car at all times. So obviously for me, that's the only thing I really find different, is a lot of the time I drive by myself. Say if you're nervous about driving like by yourself, definitely go out in your car with your parents first. Like, I did that for a little while with my dad in the car first, and then I started to actually drive by myself fully. And the first drive I ever did was I picked my friend up from where her boyfriend lived at the time. I picked her up, and yeah, we went into town, and like that drive was half an hour, and I was not anxious at all to be in the car by myself. I was sort of ready at the time, where I do feel like now that I've passed, and it's actually more now than when I first passed, that I get anxious to drive by myself. And that's only because, like, I don't really know why I'm anxious to drive by myself, because it's stupid. Like, some days it doesn't really affect me. Like today I'm not too bad. Like, I'm a little bit anxious, but I'm not too bad. But some days I literally like cannot get in my car. Like, I do not want to get in my car by myself anyway. Like, I'm happy to drive just as long as I've got someone with me. So yeah, it's a bit weird. Like, I don't always get it, but then sometimes I do, other times I don't. So it is a very weird feeling, but I love being able to do what I want and have the freedom to do what I want. And I think try and stick to places you know when you first pass. So like for me, I used to hate roundabouts. I used to hate them, but now they don't really bother me. And I think it's because near my house, to get to anywhere, I've got to really do a roundabout, because to get out of my village to like even the town centre, like I've got to go around at least 2 So for me, roundabouts don't really bother me anymore. I've kind of got used to them, which is good because I used to hate them. I mean, my driving instructor knows I used to hate them. And it wasn't that I didn't like doing the roundabout, it was just that I never knew when to go. And then I'd get myself in a big fluster and like panic. But I think you've just got to try to stay calm and like, especially if roundabouts bother you, just stay calm. Like, what's the worst that's going to happen? You'll stall and then you'll turn your engine off and start again. Like, it's not the end of the world, and even the most experienced of drivers stall. And also, like, when you have your friends in your car, like, remember to drive how you would normally. Like, they don't want you to drive fast and like an idiot, like they want to get there safely. So just like, I think just remembering just to drive how you were taught. Like, you wouldn't have passed your test if you wasn't capable of driving, or if the examiner on the day didn't feel like he was ready to be in a car. So you've just got to think, like, not everybody passes their test. So for you to have passed your test, it's a big deal. Like, it's an amazing thing to accomplish. I don't know what that word is, but that word. But for you to do that is like an amazing thing, and like, not everybody does it. So not everybody in life is able to drive a car, and if you are, then that's amazing. Like, you should be proud of yourself. Like, it takes a lot to get through your tests. It really does. Like, it puts such a big strain on mental health. It is unreal, and I think the examiners need to do it in a way that makes people less anxious. Like, even if they just spoke to you more, like, speaking just takes my mind off my anxiety. So like, for me, if I'm a bit anxious, actually doing a drive with me might help, because I'm talking, well, I'm not talking to someone, I'm talking to a camera, and everybody in the other cars looks at me like I'm a weirdo. But you know what I mean, like, I'm talking, so it takes my mind off what I'm actually doing. So yeah, I do enjoy driving. Like, I love being able to drive. And I think especially for me, because I have such a big anxiety issue, my car is my little safe place. So if I'm out and about and I'm anxious, I always try and get, so like, I'm always the one to say, I'll pick you up to my friends, because I'd rather be in my car so that I know I'm safe. And for me, it's just my little bubble, and nothing else can really affect it, if you get what I mean. So yeah, but I'm actually going out for the day with my friend. We're going to Wisby Nature Reserve, I think, just for a walk, and then Dave's made for an ice cream, which will be quite nice. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And the other night when I drove here to pick up my car from this village, like, I can't even remember going this way, because it was dark when I drove here last. So yeah, I think try drive to places you know first, like maybe whether that's somewhere you go with your family or somewhere you go like with friends or anything. Just try and get to somewhere you know, and you'll feel a lot more comfortable. But I'm actually nearly at the place that I need to be at. I'm actually feeling quite hungry, you know. But I just wanted to make like this little video talking about driving, because I've had quite a lot of questions on my driving test experience. Like, was you nervous to drive a car? Like, how do you find it? So I just wanted to address this in my first drive with me, like, that driving really isn't as scary as you probably once thought. Like, it's okay, like, you can do it. You just got to be in the right mindset. Like, if you go into your car thinking, like, I'm by myself, I'm going to panic, then the chances are you will, because you've set yourself up for it at the end of the day. You've told yourself that you're going to panic before you really will. So it's just about trying to keep calm and just take it as it comes. Like, don't tell yourself you're gonna get stressed, because you will. Like, just try and take it carefully and just see how it goes. Like, it's really not as scary as you once probably thought. Like, you'll probably find that once you have passed your test, you'll feel a lot more confident as time goes on with driving. Like, it doesn't come naturally to everybody, and I think especially if you didn't really practice driving, like when you had lessons. So like, if you didn't go out with a family member or whatever, you might find it more nerve-wracking to be in your own car than say I would, because I drove so often with my parents that I knew what was coming. Like, it didn't really scare me. So yeah, am I nearly there? Yeah, I think I am. Yes, I am. This is like such a sharp bend and I hate it. Literally, the other day I pulled out of this bend at night, and it was the first day that I got my car fixed, because I've had a new clutch, and so it was once I got that fixed, and well, that was helpful, thank you. So it was after I got my car fixed, and I just felt really nervous, and I just stalled it about 5 times, and yeah, it was not fun. But this is the end of my drive with me, as I'm now here. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, let me know and I will film more of these. And yeah, I will see you in my next drive with me, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Bye.